Land with nice view, has water and have wonderful scene, has lots of trees, eyes will be glad to see. I am here not depicting a place, but to go deep in the meaning of a man. These are the meanings of Talal. We are here in the presence of Prince Talal. I do not think you forget Talal, the prince that stood firm and the voice of wisdom for generations. Great people do not depart. They always stay through their influence. They do not leave. They are always here as a hidden power that moves societies, as a great principle that we abide by. We learn from their life and history. We look at their sacrifices. They learn a lot from life. Their life experience is like a guide that we learn from it. They are among us like our dearest places. Here we remember Talal and some of the great works of Talal. He is Talal bin Abdul Aziz. We will remember his sacrifices that's recorded in history. Her Majesty Queen Sofia, committee member of the International Prize of Prince Talal for Human Development. His Royal Highness Prince Abdul Aziz bin Talal bin Abdul Aziz, Chairman of the Committee of the International Prize of Prince Talal for Human Development and Chairman of the Arab Gulf Program for Development, Agfund. Your Excellencies, Committee members of the International Prize of Prince Talal for Human Development, His Excellency Nikhil Seth, Assistant General Secretary for the United Nations and Executive Director of the United Nations Institute for Training and Research, UNITAR. His Excellency Dr. Abdul Hamid Al Khalifa, the General Manager of Agfund for International Development. Your Excellencies, Board Directors of the Arab Gulf Program for Development, Agfund. Your Excellencies, Ambassadors, representatives of organizations, representatives of the winning projects, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome you in our ceremony to honor the winning projects of the International Prize of Prince Talal for Human Development in 2019. The Arab Gulf Program for Development, Agfund, was established by His Royal Highness Prince Talal bin Abdul Aziz, may Allah bless his soul, in 1980. Holding to the human values that called for the establishment of the United Nations, he gave his full support for its efforts in development in the world. When His Royal Highness established Agfund, he gave his full support for the United Nations efforts in development in the whole world. He gave special support for the United Nations agencies and organizations that take care of women and children. To see Mr. Nasir bin Bakr al-Qahtani, the Executive Director of the Arab Gulf Program for Development, Agfund, I am pleased to call you to deliver your speech.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. صاحب السمو الملكي الأمير عبد العزيز بن طلال بن عبد العزيز، رئيس أغفند ورئيس لجنة جائزة الأمير طلال الدولية للتنمية البشرية، صاحبة الجلالة الملكة صوفيا، أصحاب السمو الأمراء والأميرات، سعادة الأستاذ نيكيل سيث مساعد الأمين العام للأمم المتحدة والمدير التنفيذي لليونيتار، سعادة الدكتور عبد الحميد الخليفة المدير العام لصندوق الأوبك للتنمية الدولية، السادة أعضاء مجلس إدارة أجفند، السادة السفراء، السيدات والسادة ممثلي المنظمات الأممية والدولية والإقليمية، الفائزون بالجائزة، الحضور الكرام، السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. يسعدني أن أرحب بكم وخالص الشكر لتفضلكم بحضور هذا الحفل الذي يعقد افتراضيا لتكريم الفائزين بجائزة الأمير طلال الدولية للتنمية البشرية لعام 2019 في موضوع المياه النظيفة والنظافة الصحية، الهدف السادس من أهداف التنمية المستدامة 2030، ولولا جائحة كورونا والتدابير الاحترازية لمجابهتها لكان هذا الحفل قبل عام من هذا التوقيت. ولكن شاءت الأقدار أن يقع العالم في أسر أزمة تفرز تداعيات اجتماعية واقتصادية غير مسبوقة، تحتم تآزر المنظمات والحكومات وتشاركها لمواجهة الجائحة وتخفيف أثارها السلبية ليستعيد المجتمع البشري توازنه ويمضي في المسار الطبيعي. بهذه القناعة أخذ أغفند على عاتقه بقيادة سمو الأمير عبد العزيز بن طلال بن عبد العزيز الإسهام الفعال في دعم الجهود الهادفة للاستجابة للجائحة والحد من تأثيراتها. وفي هذا المنحنى قام أغفند بدعم أكثر من 50 مشروعا متنوعا استفادت منها أكثر من 100 دولة في مجالات تعزيز أدوار الشمول المالي والمجتمع المدني والتعليم والتدريب ودعم تأسيس وحدة لفرز الحالات المصابة بفيروس كورونا للاجئين. من واقع رصد المستجدات تقديرنا أن هذه الجائحة السارية بكل ما تحمله من تحديات إلا أنها ساهمت في تقديم مجالات وفرص تنموية جديدة، لعل في مقدمتها حفز قطاعات واسعة في المجتمعات على تبني مفهوم الإبداع في التنمية، وهو المبدأ الذي تنطلق منه جائزة الأمير طلال الدولية منذ تأسيسها عام 1999. التعجيل بنمو الحلول الرقمية وانضمام مزيج من الأشخاص خاصة المرأة والشباب إلى الاقتصاد الرقمي. ولذلك فإن توجه أغفند بعد أن تضع الجائحة أوزارها يرتكز على دعم مشاريع الرقمنة والإسهام مع الشركاء في تحقيق تعزيز استدامة التنمية عبر برامج أغفند الخمسة المتمثلة في تمكين المرأة، تنمية الطفولة المبكرة، التعليم المفتوح والتعليم الإلكتروني، تنمية المجتمع المدني، الشمول المالي، كل ذلك بمنظور يستحضر الحقائق التي تؤكد أن عالم ما بعد جائحة كورونا مختلف عما قبلها، كما أن الجائحة كشفت بمؤشرات قوية القدرات العالية للشمول المالي على التواؤم مع التداعيات التي أحدثت تحولات اقتصادية واجتماعية عميقة. ولذلك اعتمدت مجموعة ال20 G20 الشمول المالي دعامة أساسية لتحقيق أجندة التنمية. وفي هذا الصدد تأتي بنوك أغفند للشمول المالي في الصدارة بمنتجاتها ذات الحلول التنموية. فعلى سبيل المثال منتج الطاقة الشمسية الذي بدأ الانتشار خاصة في الريف يساعد الفقراء في ضخ المياه من الآبار، وهو منتج يتماشى مع موضوع الجائزة الذي نحن بصدده في هذا الحفل. وهكذا يقدم نموذج بنوك أغفند قصصا مميزة عن نجاح الشرائح الضعيفة تؤكد أن نحو 65% من أهداف التنمية المستدامة 17 ترتبط بالشمول المالي الذي يحقق الإدماج الاجتماعي. كما أن أهمية الشراكات بوصفها آلية تنموية تحقق الاستفادة القصوى من الموارد المالية وعنصر الوقت وتوسيع دائرة المستهدفين، فضلا عن إتاحة تبادل التجارب بين الشركاء. فالجائحة فتحت مجالا رحب لتطبيق هذه المبادئ التي يتضمنها الهدف السابع عشر من أهداف التنمية المستدامة 2030. تنطلق جائزة الأمير طلال الدولية للتنمية البشرية من مبدأ دعم الجهود التنموية في جميع أنحاء العالم دون تمييز لتحقيق أهداف التنمية المستدامة، وتتخذ في كل عام هدفا واحدا من أجندة الأمم المتحدة للتنمية المستدامة موضوعا للجائزة لتقديم الدعم لمختلف مجالات التنمية. وبهذا الارتباط تعكس جائزة الأمير طلال عمق العلاقة مع الأمم المتحدة، تلك العلاقة التي بدأت منذ أن بادر صاحب السمو الملكي الأمير طلال بن عبد العزيز رحمه الله بتأسيس الأجفند على القيم النبيلة والمبادئ الإنسانية للأمم المتحدة. لا تنتهي علاقة أجفند بالمشاريع الفائزة بتسليم الجائزة، فهي علاقة مستمرة، إذ نمد جسور التواصل ونقيم شراكاتنا لنقل تجاربهم إلى مجتمعات أخرى، أو دعم المشاريع الفائزة نفسها لتوسيع وزيادة مستفيديها. فحتى الآن تم تعميم تجارب المشاريع الفائزة في أكثر من 16 دولة حول العالم. الليلة نكرم 4 مشاريع حازت لقب التميز بعد أن تنافست مع 83 مشروعاً من 39 دولة، واجتازت المراحل للترشيح ضمن آلية شفافة انتهت بالتحكيم، فاستحقت نيل الجائزة. فهنيئا لهم بهذا الفوز، وشكرا لجهودهم وعملهم الدؤوب وتفانيهم وكفاءاتهم في تحقيق أهداف مشاريعهم التي تساهم في تحقيق أهداف التنمية المستدامة 2030. قبل الختام، الشكر لمعهد الأمم المتحدة للتدريب والبحوث يونيتار، فشراكته تثمر نتائجا في غاية الأهمية وتسهم في تحقيق الغايات الاستراتيجية التي نتوخاها في برامجنا ال5. والشكر للصندوق الأوبك للتنمية الدولية على تعاونهم المثمر والمستمر لجهود الأجفند التنموية، والتأنية الخاصة للصندوق بفوز أحد المشاريع الممولة من قبلهم بجائزة الأجفند. والشكر موصول لشركائنا لجهودهم الحثيثة في الاستمرار بدعم مشاريع التنمية المستدامة في ظروف الجائحة. ختاماً، نجدد التهنئة للفائزين وشكراً للحضور الكريم، ونأمل أن نلتقي معاً في احتفالية أخرى لتكريم فائزين آخرين. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
His Excellency Dr. Abdulhamid Al Khalifa, the Director General of OBIC Fund for International Development, I would like to invite you to deliver your speech. I would like to mention that OBIC Fund for Development is one of the supporters for the winning project in the 3rd branch of the International Prize of Prince Talal for Human Development.
Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I'm delighted to join you today to celebrate the remarkable achievements Agfund is recognizing with its prestigious Prince Talal International Prize for Human Development. On behalf of OBIC Fund, I would like to wholeheartedly congratulate all awardees and express sincere gratitude to Agfund, with whom we share a long-standing commitment to making development cooperation as effective, as impactful as possible. This year marks the 45th anniversary of OBIC Fund for International Development. As you may know, we are the only globally mandated development institution that provides financing from member countries to non-member countries exclusively. Thanks to our member countries' support, the OBIC Fund has committed more than $22 billion to development projects in over 125 countries to date. We work in cooperation with partner countries and the international development community to stimulate economic growth and social progress by providing public, private, and trade financing as well as grants. Our work is people-centered, focusing on projects that meet essential needs such as food, energy, infrastructure, employment, particularly related to SMEs, healthcare and education, clean water and sanitation. SDG 6, to which today's prize is dedicated, is of course about ensuring water and sanitation for all by 2030. Water is at the core of sustainable development and is critical for socioeconomic development, healthy ecosystem, and the human survival itself. And yet, some 40% of the world's people continue to be affected by lack of water and sanitation. Clearly, all nations and organizations must work together to deliver more to improve water management, increase water efficiency, and better balance the competing and growing water demands from various sectors and users. The projects we are honoring today exemplify the type of solutions that are called for. Agile and innovative, they are directly contributing to the achievement of SDG 6 and paving the way for others to follow. The OPEC Fund has provided over 11.5 million households with access to water and sanitation to date. We are proud of this milestone and especially proud that one of the projects we co-financed is now being recognized by Agfund. Implemented by Malawi's Northern Region Water Board, the Integrated Urban Water and Sanitation Project for Mzimba Town has been awarded the Prince Talal International Prize 2019 in the third category, which is reserved for projects by governments. This particular project is expected to raise health and living standards as well as improve livelihoods for over 100,000 people by 2025. Dr. James Munthali will be sharing additional details with you later today. I would therefore simply like to mention that the extensive project works were completed 6 months ahead of schedule, and that our successful cooperation has since been extended to 2 additional projects in water and sanitation. These are expected to benefit additional 300,000 Malawians. In closing, I would like to commemorate His Royal Highness, the late Prince Talal bin Abdulaziz, who inaugurated this distinguished forum. Thanks to Agfund's Executive Director, Mr. Nasr Al-Gahtani, and all Agfund staff for your timeless efforts in service to human development. Thank you also to today's award winners. I would like to encourage you to continue your invaluable and inspiring work to build on today's success and to help ensure that generations still to come encounter a better and more sustainable world. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Your Excellency. His Excellency, Mr. Nikhil Seth, the Assistant General Secretary for the United Nations and the Executive Director of the United Nations Institute for Training and Research, UNITA, I am pleased to call you to deliver your speech.
As the Executive Director of the United Nations Institute for Training and Research, UNITAR, it gives me great pleasure to talk to you today on the Agfund Award ceremony for the Prince Talal International Prize for Human Development. The development community remains grateful to Prince Talal for his pioneering development and humanitarian programs, which continue to support the disadvantaged, the vulnerable, and marginalized groups in our societies. This annual prize award is a fitting celebration to honor his legacy that supports sustainable and human development. This award ceremony, focusing on water and sanitation for all, the 6th goal of the SDGs, is essential for unlocking economic growth and productivity and provides significant leverage in achieving universal health and to prevent the spread of diseases. During the COVID-19 pandemic, clean water is fundamental in fighting the virus and preserving the health and well-being of millions of people across the world. Clean water and sanitation saves lives. According to the United Nations, 1 in 3 people do not have access to safe drinking water. 2 out of 5 people do not have a basic hand washing facility with soap and water, and more than 673 million people still practice open defecation. The COVID-19 pandemic has demonstrated the critical importance of sanitation, hygiene, and adequate access to clean water for preventing and containing infectious diseases. Agfund has been instrumental in supporting the SDGs, specifically in reaching the furthest first. It is reflected in how Agfund, its development projects, where it operates its networks of microfinance banks, and in showcasing such initiatives through today's awardees. UNITAR is also grateful for its continuing partnership with Agfund in bringing economic empowerment to marginalized communities, especially women. Over the past 3 years, UNITAR's partnership with Agfund has delivered a dozen initiatives for the benefit of hundreds of beneficiaries from over 108 countries globally. Thanks to our joint training platform, which continues to serve as the gateway for our joint activities on financial inclusion. During the last 15 months, despite the COVID pandemic, our collaboration managed to reach out to a global audience thanks to our use of digital technologies and mobile applications that allowed us to reach beneficiaries even in locations where access to reliable communication is limited. And we continue to grow our partnership. The next phase of our partnership is to democratize education by providing accredited and affordable degree programs on financial inclusion from academic institutions globally. This new initiative aims to empower local development actors, especially women, to develop local solutions to development challenges in their communities. Allow me now to congratulate the winners of the Prince Talal International Prize. May you continue to remain passionate in your work and inspire others to take action on the SDGs. UNITAR is thankful for Agfund's continuing active role in supporting the achievement of the SDGs. Despite the pandemic, Agfund and the prize committee's dedication to support impactful projects that best contribute to sustainable development in the least developed countries remains strong. UNITAR remains a committed partner of Agfund's development work, and I look forward to hopefully welcoming you all in Geneva for future editions of this prestigious Prince Talal International Prize for Human Development. Thank you all and stay well.
Her Majesty Queen Sofia, Committee Member of the International Prize of Prince Talal for Human Development.
Your Royal Highness, ladies and gentlemen, it is with great pleasure to join you here today when we award the Prince Talal International Prize 2019. As you all know, this prestigious prize has become a mechanism to identify and reward successful human development projects, with special emphasis on the vulnerable groups, particularly women and children in developing countries. Agfund has spread around the world 16 of these projects aimed at issues such as poverty, financial and social inclusion, education and health, following the contribution to the achievement of the Sustainable Development Goals 2030 and investment in people. On behalf of the Agfund Prize Committee, I wish to thank His Royal Highness Prince Abdulaziz bin Talal, President of Agfund and the Chairman of the Prize Committee, for his invaluable support of this prize. I would also like to thank Agfund's team and the evaluators for the valuable work in the studying these projects one by one, making it easier for us to choose the most deserving. I want to express the committee's congratulations and gratitude to the award winners for their dedicated work in the fields of water and sanitation, the sixth goal of Sustainable Development Goals, Water for Life in Bangladesh, Selah Foundation for Development in Yemen, Northern Region Water Board in Malawi, and Saha Global in Ghana. During these difficult times of the pandemic, I have deeply appreciated Agfund's unceasing work to fulfill the organization's objectives of helping the most disadvantaged. Thank you very much, hoping to see you all soon in person.
His Royal Highness Prince Abdulaziz bin Talal bin Abdulaziz, Chairman of the Committee of the International Prize of Prince Talal for Human Development and Chairman of the Arab Gulf Program for Development, Agfund.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. صاحبة الجلالة الملكة صوفيا، أصحاب المعالي أعضاء لجنة جائزة الأمير طلال الدولية للتنمية البشرية، أصحاب السعادة أعضاء مجلس إدارة أغفند، ممثلو المنظمات الدولية والإقليمية، الفائزون بالجائزة عام 2019، السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أود في البداية أن أرحب بكم عبر هذا اللقاء الافتراضي لنحتفي معا بتسليم جائزة الأمير طلال الدولية للتنمية البشرية وتكريم الفائزين بها عام 2019، وهي الاحتفالية التي تأخرت عن موعدها جراء جائحة كورونا وما يصاحبها من صعوبات وتحديات جمة تعلمونها، ونحمد الله أن العالم متضامن في مواجهتها، والتنسيق عال ليتجاوز الجميع تداعياتها الصحية والاقتصادية والاجتماعية. ولأغفند جهود واضحة وخطط ينفذها مع الشركاء لتوحيد المساعي باتجاه تخفيف وقع الجائحة على أهداف التنمية، فنسأل الله أن يرفع هذا الوباء لتعود الحياة إلى طبيعتها وتعود احتفالية الجائزة موسما تنمويا في المقر الأوروبي للأمم المتحدة بجنيف كما اعتدنا كل عام. السيدات والسادة، لقد تأسست جائزة أغفند عام 1999 برؤية واسعة وطموحة للإسهام في معالجة اختلالات التنمية في المجتمعات الذي يستهدفها، خاصة في أوساط الفقراء، من خلال طرح القضايا الأساسية في التنمية موضوعات للتنافس عليها. وعندما بادر أغفند بتحويل مسمى جائزته إلى جائزة الأمير طلال الدولية للتنمية البشرية، لم يكن المنطلق فقط تكريم مؤسس أغفند رحمه الله وتخليد ذكراه، ولكن البعد الأعمق في مقاصد تلك المبادرة هو تكريس الفكر الإنساني الانفتاحي الذي تميز به الأمير طلال، والمبادئ النبيلة التي آمن بها وعمل من أجلها. ولذلك فالجائزة انعكاس حقيقي لتطلعات سموه إلى عالم يتحقق فيه توازن التنمية ويسعد فيه الإنسان بالحياة الكريمة. ودوما أكد سموه أن التنمية تحتاج إلى الأفكار أكثر من الأموال، ومن هنا فالجائزة لا تقدم الفكرة فحسب، بل تستدل على نماذج النجاح التي توسع الفرص والخيارات أمام من هم بحاجة حقيقية إليها. وتقديرنا أن الجائزة باستهدافها المجتمعات النامية بلا تمييز والحث على تبادل المنافع بنشر التجارب الناجحة هي نموذج عملي لتحقيق السلام الاجتماعي، وهو ما يحتاجه العالم بإلحاح في ظل النزاعات التي تمزق مجتمعات عديدة وتهدر مكتسبات التنمية. السيدات والسادة، لقد حازت جائزة الأمير طلال الدولية موثوقية عالية، ويتجلى ذلك في زيادة عدد المشاركات وحرص ريادي العمل الاجتماعي والمبدعين على المشاركة من دول العالم المختلفة، إلى جانب الشراكة طويلة الأمد للأمم المتحدة واستضافة الحدث في مقرها الرئيس في جنيف. كل ذلك تأكيد على أن الجائزة باتت قيمة مضافة في التنمية العالمية، ومن دلائل رسوخ الجائزة تزايد الترحاب الذي استقبلت به دوائر التنمية تخصيص الجائزة هدفا واحدا من أهداف التنمية المستدامة للتنافس عليه كل عام، وكذلك الإشادة التي تحظى بها المشاريع الفائزة. وفضلا عن ذلك فالجائزة اليوم آلية مميزة من آليات أغفند للدعم، وأيضا هي بنظامها الشفاف في الترشيح والتحكيم مجهر تنموي للتنقيب عن المشاريع ذات الأفكار المبتكرة وتوسيع استفادة الشعوب منها، وهو ما يتحقق عبر الشراكات التي يعقدها أغفند مع المنظمات الصديقة والجهات الحكومية لتعميم فوائد الجائزة باستنبات المشاريع الرائدة في مجتمعات أخرى. وإننا في لجنة الجائزة وفي أغفند دوما نجدد حرصنا للمحافظة على هذه الرصانة والموثوقية والرسوخ والمضي بهما قدما، وصون شفافية الجائزة وضوابط الترشيح وحيادة تحكيمها، وكل القيم والمعايير التي حققت للجائزة الاحترام والتقدير العالميين. وأما الرصيد الذاخر المتراكم من الخبراء المحكمين والفائزين فهو رافد مهم للتجويد، سعيا لقطف المزيد من ثمار التنمية ليعود ريع الجائزة خيرا على الإنسانية. السيدات والسادة، ها نحن في هذه الليلة المباركة إن شاء الله نحتفل ب4 مشاريع فازت بجائزة الأمير طلال الدولية عام 2019 في موضوعها المخصص لتحقيق الهدف السادس من أهداف التنمية المستدامة، وهو المياه النظيفة والنظافة الصحية. ويجدر أن نشير إلى أن هذه القضية التنموية الملحة هي من الاهتمامات المبكرة لأكفند، فمنذ تأسيسه مطلع ثمانينات القرن الماضي بدعم المملكة العربية السعودية وشقيقاتها دول الخليج العربية، قام أكفند بدعم وتمويل عشرات المشاريع في مجالات المياه والنظافة الصحية. وعلى خلفية الاهتمام بهذا المجال الحيوي تم تعيين سمو رئيس أكفند الراحل الأمير طلال بن عبد العزيز في ديسمبر 2002 مبعوثا خاصا للمياه من قبل اليونسكو. وتتصاعد أهمية موضوع المياه وخطورته اليوم مع تفشي جائحة كورونا، حيث أن الحد من انتشار الفيروس يوجب تحسين ممارسات النظافة الصحية. بينما للأسف تشير الإحصاءات إلى أن نحو 4.2 مليار إنسان يفتقرون إلى خدمات الصرف الصحي، ونحو 2.2 مليار لا يحصلون على المياه الصالحة للشرب. فالعالم أحوج ما يكون لتوجيه حصص وافرة من الموارد لتصحيح هذا الخلل الخطير. السيدات والسادة، اسمحوا لي أن أهنئ باسمكم المشاريع ال4 التي فازت من بين 83 ترشيحا لنيل الجائزة في فروعها ال4 عام 2019، حيث حصلت على أعلى درجات التقييم من قبل محكمين مستقلين وبموافقة واعتماد أعضاء لجنة الجائزة الموقرين. الفائز بجائزة الفرع الأول مشروع الاندماج الاجتماعي الاقتصادي للمجتمعات الحضرية الضعيفة من خلال خدمة المياه والصرف الصحي في بنغلاديش، والمنفذ من قبل منظمة الماء والحياة، وقيمة الجائزة 400,000 دولار. المشروع الفائز بجائزة الفرع الثاني وهو مشروع استخدام أنظمة الطاقة الشمسية في تشغيل آبار مياه الشرب في اليمن، والمنفذ من قبل مؤسسة صلة للتنمية، وقيمة الجائزة 300,000 دولار. المشروع الفائز بجائزة الفرع الثالث هو مشروع المياه والصرف الصحي في مدينة مازيمبا في ملاوي، والمنفذ من قبل مجلس مياه المنطقة الشمالية، وتبلغ قيمتها 200,000 دولار. الفائز بجائزة الفرع الرابع مشروع المياه النظيفة للقرى الغانية الريفية بقيادة النساء في غانا، والمنفذ من قبل منظمة ساها العالمية، وتبلغ قيمتها 100,000 دولار. نبارك للفائزين فوزهم، وأرجو أن يكون هذا التكريم دافعا ومحفزا لتطوير مشاريعهم وتوسيع دائرة الشرائح المستفيدة. ختاما، أدعو الشركاء لدعم مقاصد جائزة الأمير طلال الدولية من خلال الاهتمام بالقضايا التي تلفت إليها الجائزة، وبتكثيف الترشيح، وكذلك تعزيز الشراكات الناجحة مع أجفند، تلك التي حققت نتائج باعثة على الرضا في ظل جائحة كورونا، خاصة التنسيق في مجال التعليم المفتوح وتمكين المرأة والشمول المالي، كون هذه المجالات أكثر تأثيرا في مخاطبة استدامة التنمية والإسهام في حل المشكلات الاجتماعية والاقتصادية. بارك الله حضوركم ومشاركتكم، وسدد مسعى كل مخلص هدفه خدمة الإنسان أينما كان، وشكرا لكل من أسهم في جعل هذا اللقاء ممكنا، والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Ladies and gentlemen, the idea of establishing the prize came out of the belief to discover the successful developing experiences and spreading their creative ideas among the workers in the development field. When the prize was established in 1999, it was known as Agfund International for Human Development Projects. When the founder of Agfund, His Royal Highness Prince Talal bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, passed away, may Allah bless his soul, the board of directors of Agfund agreed to change the name of the prize to be the International Prize of Prince Talal for Human Development, as an appreciation for his humane efforts and his support for the poor and the deprived, especially women and children. The amount of the prize is $1 million US. The prize was widely known, and this can be seen through the large number of the projects applying for the prize. The number of the projects is 1,646. The winning projects since the establishment of the prize till 2019 is 71 projects covering different fields of development. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we honor the winning projects of the prize in the field of clean water and healthy clean, the 6th object of the Objects of Sustainable Development 20. Ladies and gentlemen, the amount of the prize of the 4th branch is $100,000 US, allocated to projects that are established or financed by individuals. The winning project of the prize of the 4th branch is the projects of clean water that are led by ladies in villages in Ghana. These projects were established in Ghana by Saha International. I would like to call upon Ms. Kitsan Kuta to deliver her speech.
Hello, I'm Kate Sankata, and I'm the Executive Director and co-founder of Saha Global. On behalf of our entire organization, I'd like to thank the Arab Gulf Program for Development and the Committee of the Prince Talal International Prize for Human Development for this great honor. We're so grateful for your support. Saha Global is a nonprofit organization based in the northern region of Ghana, where we work to get the cleanest water to the hardest to reach people who need it most. At Saha, we believe that access to clean water is a fundamental human right. Yet, in the region where we work, almost 800,000 people still live without it. Much of the region lies within the tropical savanna belt. Year-round streams are scarce, and groundwater is inaccessible. Residents get water from big, stagnant ponds called dugouts where rainwater accumulates. These surface water sources are muddy and severely contaminated, putting villagers, especially children, at risk for waterborne diseases such as diarrhea. If we are to achieve the Sustainable Development Goal number 6 of universal clean water access, then these hard-to-reach communities cannot be left behind. Saha connects the poorest, most remote villages to simple, cost-effective water treatment technology to give families beyond the reach of traditional water solutions a sustainable drinking water supply. We do this by training rural women to start and run small water businesses that provide safe and affordable water to their communities and new income to their families. After we launch a business, Saha provides 10 years of customer care to every single water entrepreneur and village to ensure success. We view each new business launch as the start of our relationship with our partner villages, not the end. To date, Saha has launched more than 256 water businesses that provide clean water to over 107,000 people and jobs to more than 750 women in northern Ghana. Our goal is to achieve exclusive coverage, reaching the 800,000 people who need water by 2025. 2020 was a challenging year for all of us around the world, including Saha. Ghana announced the first 2 confirmed COVID-19 cases in the country on March 12th, and the pandemic continues there today. Saha's board of directors and leadership team immediately focused on 3 main goals: the health of our staff and partner communities, communicating accurate information, and following the instructions of public health officials. In June, with the support of the prize and in alignment with the government of Ghana's free water mandate, Saha launched the Coronavirus Emergency Water Fund, or as we call it, the EWF. The EWF offers free clean water to rural families in Saha's partner villages by covering the cost of water treatment at the water business, as well as stipends for the women entrepreneurs. The entrepreneurs receive the stipend at the start of the month and a bonus at the month's end if the village reports continuous and free access to clean water. The EWF also covered the cost of washable face masks for the entrepreneurs, training on social distancing for our beneficiaries, and the cost of COVID-19 literature, including hand washing and social distancing posters for all of the businesses, and then stickers for people to put on their Saha safe storage containers in their homes. From June 1st to December 30th, Saha's women entrepreneurs treated over 8 million liters of water while maintaining excellent water quality. On average, 95% of entrepreneurs qualified for bonus payments each month, and 98% of customers surveyed reported consistent free access to water. Approximately 100,000 people were able to consistently access clean water for free during this time. Before the support of this prize, which allowed Saha to launch the EWF, none of these people had access to free clean water, despite the government's efforts to offer this benefit to all Ghanaian citizens. Clean water is always essential to health, and during the COVID-19 pandemic, it's more important than ever for people living in our rural partner communities. We're so proud of the service we've been able to provide our partners during this difficult time and are so grateful for the support of the prize for this important work. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the amount of the prize of the third branch is $200,000 allocated to projects of government organizations, ministries, public institutions, private sector institutions supporting the social sector. The winning project of the prize of the third branch is the project of water and sanitary in Mazin-Miba city. The Council of Water in the northern area of Malawi established that project. I would like to invite Mr. Jonas Montali to come forward.
Good day. Until last year, I had not heard about this unique organization, the Arab Gulf Program for Development. neither had I heard about the prestigious Prince Taro International Prize for Human Development, at least not until Malawi won the prize. Yes, until our organization, the Northern Region Water Board, became one of the winners. It is therefore a great honor to stand here on behalf of our board and country Malawi to receive the prize, the Prince Taro International Prize for Human Development under the third category, prize of 200,000 US dollars, specified for projects implemented by governmental bodies or social business enterprises. Water scarcity and lack of water by the poor are among the main obstacles to full enjoyment of the right to water. Sustainable Development Goal Target number 6.1 calls for universal and equitable access to safe and affordable drinking water. The emphasis is on safely managed drinking water services. This means drinking water from improved water source that is located on the premises, available when needed, and free from contamination. Distinguished guests, as Northern Region Water Board, we have religiously endeavored to deliver on this mission for the past 24 years. In the last decade, we have increased coverage of potable water in our supply areas from 60% to around 90%. One of the key success factors for this growth has been infrastructure development. We have, with the support from cooperating partners, been able to invest in a number of impactful projects that have helped increase access to potable water and improve sanitation and hygiene to allow our customers enjoy their basic right to potable water and good health. More recently, with the support from the OPEC Fund for International Development and African Development Bank, we commissioned the Mzimba Integrated Urban Water Supply and Sanitation Project, which is playing a key role in helping curb the spread of the novel coronavirus by expanding access to water supply and sanitation, while promoting hygiene practices such as hand washing with soap in our communities. It is this award-winning project that I'm here with you today, colleagues and partners. We have used the 200,000 US dollar award money to replicate the project on the outskirts of Muzuzu City, targeting over 10,000 marginalized communities, 52% of whom are women. These are communities whose sources of water were unsafe rivers, wells, unregulated boreholes, and mostly located at long distances. In honor and appreciation to Agfund for the recognition and award, we called the project the Prince Taro Award Project. It is important to note that this project could not have come at a more important time than this one. The coronavirus pandemic has demonstrated the critical importance of sanitation and hygiene. According to the World Health Organization, hand washing is one of the most effective actions one can take to reduce the spread of the pathogens and prevent infections. This project is reaching out to people in the peripheral areas by addressing the current challenge of lack of clean water and sanitation. For us, access to sanitation and water means a child free of disease. It also means a woman free of the back-breaking chore to fetch water and a girl free to attend school without fear. Distinguished guests, as a water utility, we implemented the project on our own. We tapped from existing talent in the institution and set up a project implementing unit that successfully conceptualized, designed, and implemented the project. In designing the project, we used community participatory approach. We involved the community and key stakeholders in coming up with much needed interventions. The project has provided the first line of defense to COVID-19 for the marginalized communities through the provision of potable water. We are very thankful to the cooperating partners such as OPEC Fund and AFDB, and now Agfund, who have and continue to be with us on this journey. We still ask for your continued support so that together we provide a lifeline to the people and make the world a better and happy place. Finally, let me also pay tribute to our fellow winners and also organizations who were nominated for the award. They are all devoted organizations who deserved this award just as we did. Let us continue to be inspired and carry on with our noble causes. May God bless you all.
The ARA Program for Development financed water and sanitation project through the prestigious Prince Talal International Prize for Human Development is proving to be a lifeline in helping curb the novel coronavirus pandemic for remote communities in the outskirts of Mzuzu City in Malawi. The project, implemented by Northern Region Water Board after winning $200,000, is providing water supply and improving sanitation and hygiene practices to over 10,000 marginalized communities in the areas of Musonda, Lukalazi, and Lusangazi in the city. Mese Njunga, a 39-year-old from Musonda community, is one of the beneficiaries in a community where 52% are women. Before this lifeline, Njunga had to trek long distance to access water at a local unsafe river. She had to wake up at 3 before sunrise every day, a thing which, according to her, created conflicts in her marriage.
Tikhala otetezeka foti kwabwera mazi malingana ndi nkhani ya corona iyi meti makatungira mazi kunsinje timakhala osatetezeka foti tikati titenge mazi okwanira osamba manja sitimatenga koma papa ndipo osangalala kwambiri chifukwa maziwa ndi aukhondo titetezeka ku corona ndi mimba. Ife chinthu chitichisamalira tifuna pazikhala ukhondo komanso tizitunga maziwa mosamala kuti chinthuchi chikhale ngati chatipindulira kwa nthawi yayitali.
The project, implemented over an 8-month period from August 2020 to March 2021, has installed 23-kilometer water distribution pipelines and constructed 5 communal water points, including 2 improved ventilated latrines. Building capacity of the beneficiaries' communities to operate and maintain water supply and sanitation facilities at community level and dissemination of best practices are ongoing. On his part, Engineer Noyo Gulemeka, the project's coordinator, has since expressed satisfaction with implementation of the project.
In this project, we are targeting about 10,000 households, and 52% of these are women. So with that, we know that the people will be able to access our water 24/7, and they should be able to utilize the water services for sanitation issues to do with and hygiene issues to do with COVID-19. So expect people in these areas of Lusangazi and Lukalazi, as well as Sonda, to have improved services, water supply.
A chance to fight the deadly virus has been given a fresh hope as Northern Region Water Board continues to move with its potable water for all.
Ladies and gentlemen, the amount of the prize of the second branch is $300,000 allocated for projects of national societies. The winning project of the prize of the second branch is a program to use the solar energy system for the operation of drinking water wells. The project was established by SILA, Organization for Development in Yemen. Mr. Ali Hassan Bashmakh, please come forward.
And with the generosity of the award of Prince Talal bin Abdulaziz, may Allah have mercy on him. He was the pioneer of sustainable development. He was the prince of humanity. In partnership with Agfund, he founded and fought with the hope of the poor. He realized from the beginning of his life the urgent need to help the poor in the different countries. The Agfund Declaration for Sustainable Projects is a follow and track of the efforts he has done. Today, we see his descendants continue the pioneering path in the field of sustainable development. All his prominent and successful achievements are accomplished by his deeds, which were just a true translation of the words of the messenger, which stated that the best of people is the most beneficial to humans. Ladies and gentlemen, we at Salah Foundation for Development work in 7 sectors within 17 sustainable development goals. Among those goals, to which we pay great attention is the 6th goal and the availability of water and sanitation services for all. We have submitted our proposed project to use solar energy systems to raise and improve drinking water wells. The Salah Foundation project was chosen from among 83 advanced projects from 38 different countries in the world. We at Salah Foundation for Development start implementing our work in response to the human needs with the help of many specialized institutions and consultants. The field studies are submitted according to the international European standards, baseline studies, and the economic feasibility studies. Then the projects are presented in the form of tenders, and the best project is chosen after the awarding. After completing the delivery of the project, the study is conducted to measure the project's economic, social, and environmental impact, where we cooperate with public universities with which we have partnership agreements. Receiving the award gives us much incentives to spread, expand, and develop projects. Where 31 solar energy systems were implemented, benefiting 153 members of the most needed society. We have worked side by side with the relevant authorities in the countries and its executive offices during the implementation of the works of solar energy systems. We have also trained and qualified many individuals, nearly 80 individuals, on how to deal with the system. We also work on measuring the carbon footprint and the impact of the system on reducing hot gas emissions, and all of this is done through the RAS screen program to measure heat emissions. Gentlemen, attendees, it's a great honor for us to get that prize, which empowers working to spread this experience and exchange the experience to benefit everyone without exception. Finally, we would like to thank those in charge of the Prince Talal International Prize for Human Development. This thing pushes us a lot and gives us more energy to serve humanity in this regard. Finally, accept our best regards.
In case of water supply disruption due to broken down of generator, we had shortage of diesel all the time, and it was very costly. The people became forced to get water using the donkeys, which is an ancient traditional way used in the past. Anciently getting water very difficult and arduous mission using donkeys, and sometimes to be carried on shoulders from the primitive water tank. They take water for children and women. At the end of 2016, and due to the political crisis and the ongoing civil war, the societal committees in charge of managing the drinking water wells became unable to provide water on continuous basis for the beneficiaries due to high cost of extracting water from the wells. Moreover, the inhabitants became unable to pay such bills. In Salah Foundation for Development, we thought of radical, sustainable solution for this difficult problem. Solar energy systems were the best option to extract water from the wells, plus conducting it to the beneficiaries. After a deep study of the project by a special body, we started carrying out project plan as we targeted 3 districts in Hadramaut Governorate, in the southern part of Yemen. Water supply was stable and no shortage anymore. The water via the sun goes to the tank, and from the tank to the houses of the beneficiaries. Based on the success of the solar energy project for the beneficiaries, we have continued to implement our project plans in 16 Yemeni districts. In 2019, we won Prince Talal bin Abdulaziz International Award, in which this step motivated us to continue developing our projects. Solar energy made people very happy and feeling comfortable. No diesel, no combustion, and no need for electricity anymore. After we were conferred the award, we definitely continued our mission and projects as we set a plan to develop the strategy of our projects, as one of the significant plans is to decrease the spaces in which the solar panels are placed, using the efficient panels with same size. This has widely contributed in reducing the project cost, because we sometimes work in areas of difficult geographical nature, which force us to bring heavy equipment to prepare the location. To benefit from the sun energy during the early morning times and during the sunset times, we use the new technology inverter for the purpose of organizing the efficiency of the produced energy from the solar panels. Furthermore, we more focused on the monitoring and evaluation for all stages and benefiting from the lessons in the future. This accordingly will guarantee the quality and efficiency that we always seek for. Number of implemented projects up to now, 31 solar energy projects. Number of villages that benefited from the solar energy projects, 94 villages. The governed rates, Hadramaut, Sana'a, Taz, Hajja and Shabwa. Number of beneficiaries, 153,052 people. Number of new job opportunities, 60.
Ladies and gentlemen, the amount of the prize of the first branch is $400,000 allocated to projects of the United Nations organizations and international and regional organizations. The winning project of the prize of the first branch is a project of social and economic integration of urban societies through providing them with services of water and sanitation. The project was executed in Bangladesh by Life and Water Organization. Mr. Philip Dirks, please come forward.
Your Excellencies, dignitary ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all of you. Access to drinking water and sanitation is one of the most important global challenges of the 21st century. Today, 1 in 3 people around the world still have no access to safe drinking water, and over half of the global population lacks safe sanitation. Every year, the lack of access to drinking water is responsible for 5 million deaths and 227 million school days are missed due to the lack of sanitary facilities. I wish to thank Prince Talal International Prize and Agfund for his contribution to the achievement of the SDG 6 to ensure access to water and sanitation for all, and for selecting us for the first category prize. OEV, Water and Life, works to bring access to safe water and sanitation in such complex areas that are urban vulnerable neighborhoods. In these left behind areas, families are bound to use contaminated water bought from illegal resellers due to the absence of public services. This situation puts them at high risk of contracting many diseases and keeps them from having a job, brings out violence and an increase in inequalities. This is why we have chosen to bring safe pipe water directly to the home of the families to sustainably improve their living conditions. In Bangladesh, our social enterprise, Shobha Jonopani, contracts with the city water operator to build a water network inside of the target slum, to which it connects each household. It is then in charge of the service exploitation, going from network maintenance to billing. Besides that, Water and Life Bangladesh, the local branch of OEV, host hygiene awareness and community empowerment activities. Quality services at an affordable cost aligned to their income will increase the inhabitants' health and self-esteem and dignity. It will particularly improve the daily life of women, traditionally in charge of water-fetching chores. Access to running water at home and the change in hygiene habits also mean better health and school retention. Being selected by such a prestigious prize was a real blessing, especially in this period of pandemic when the garment industry suddenly collapsed in Bangladesh, depriving the salaries of more than half of the families in our areas of intervention. In these special circumstances, we were grateful to receive the support of key funders such as you, so we could deploy our services to 250 more families, build over 80 eco-friendly latrines, and train 22,000 people to hygiene. In Bangladesh, OEV currently delivers safe water to the home of 10,000 people, and the prize has and will contribute to reach thousands more. With the objective to scale up and serve more families, OEV still needs to learn. In the process, we are very thankful to be able to receive the precious support of the prize. In the name of OEV and all the families served in Bangladesh, a very special thank you. And thank you for your attention.
আমরা চাপকলে যেতাম, এখন আমাদের টিপ কল। আগে চাপকল চাপতে আমাদের অনেক খুবই কষ্ট হতো, এখন আর কষ্ট হয় না। তারপর আগে পানিতে ময়লা আবর্জনা থাকতো, এখন আর ময়লা আবর্জনা থাকে না। এখন এই পানিটা হচ্ছে বিশুদ্ধ পানি। তার আগে আমি জানতাম না যে কিভাবে হাত ধুতাম। আমি যখন স্কুলে গেলাম তখন আমাদের ম্যামরা বললো যে এভাবে হাত ধুতে হয়, স্কুলে তোমরা হাত ধুবা খাবারের আগে ও খাবারের পরে, টয়লেট থেকে এসে ময়লা আবর্জনা ধরে, তারপর খেলাধুলা করে এভাবে তোমরা হাত ধুবা। আমি বড় হয়ে ডাক্তার হতে চাই। আমি ডাক্তার হয়ে সবাইকে পরামর্শ দেব যে বিশুদ্ধ পানি খেলে শরীর ও স্বাস্থ্য ভালো থাকে।
At the end, I would like to thank you for attending the ceremony of the International Prize of Prince Talal for Human Development.